I did follow-up calls for potential buyers that I spoke to last year that said, hey, revisit next year. And 50% of them said home ownership is just completely out of their cards. And when I say that these people are defeated, these people are defeated. And it's sad. It's sad, but I will tell you this. If you're telling yourself that home ownership is out of your cards, it's out of your cards. You're right. You're not going to get a house. You want to know why? Because you are not motivated and you're not determined, which means you're most likely not going to take the necessary steps that need to be taken in order for you to acquire a home. There's investors out here, they don't care about the interest rate. They don't care about how much the house costs. They don't care. They will find a way. And these are the same people that are pushing average buyers out of the housing market. You need to be like them. You need to not care don't care about the interest rate. What you really need to care about is your monthly payment. If you can afford your monthly payment, that should be your biggest thing. All right, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little scared, especially with the value of the dollar. It's getting a little scary. Who knows what's gonna happen? But what we do know is real estate it will always be valuable. Land will always be valuable. Everybody should have a piece of real estate. My favorite non-traditional way for people to acquire homes, especially if you're somebody that don't have much, house hack. House hack is when you purchase a multifamily. So that's a duplex, a triplex, or fourplex. Okay, anything that's 4 units and less is considered residential real estate. Anything where it's 5 units or more is considered commercial. You can utilize an FHA loan on a fourplex, a triplex, and a duplex. All right, a FHA loan is a government loan, and you don't need to put down 20%. If you're utilizing the FHA loan for a multifamily, I think the lowest that I saw 5%. I saw 10%. I also saw 15% of the purchase price when you utilize an FHA loan to purchase a multifamily. Either way it goes, all of them sound good to me because it's under 20%. I feel like with first-time home buyers, a lot of them have like unrealistic expectation. You have to put down 20% of the purchase price. You have to have a 750 credit score. You have to have your game plan straight to the T. It does not have to be like that. And I'm going to tell you, for the most part, people first homes, it's not their dream home. You got to stop trying to look for a dream home. People scrape up their pennies for the down payment and closing costs on their first property, but once you do it, you just need to do it one time. After you purchase your first house, you can take the sale proceeds from that house to purchase your second house, and it'll be so much easier on you financially. Or maybe you want to keep your first house, rent it out, refinance it, and use the liquidated funds for your down payment and closing costs on your next property, which actually may be your dream home. This is how you have to think. You guys have to think outside of the box. House hacking is a beautiful thing because it allows for somebody else to pay your mortgage. If it's not 100% of your mortgage, at least 50% of your mortgage. 50% of your mortgage. Additional income coming in. You can take that money, you can save it, you can invest it, you can go on vacations. It's additional money, all because you went a non-traditional route. So if you're not afraid, if you stayed in an apartment before and you didn't mind it, why not house hack? Right? And then you are the ones that will choose your tenant, which is good too. So you'll know exactly who lives in the same property as you because you vetted them. You'll get the tax benefits because if you utilize an FHA loan, you have to stay in that property for at least a year. That's going to be homestead exempt, right? Because that's your unit. So you'll give tax deduction on your unit. Depending on how you choose to use your additional funds, I know some people, they just pay their mortgage and then they'll take their rent money and then apply it to the principal, which will allow them to pay off the house faster. Like, there's just so many ways. House hacking is it's a wonderful thing. Now, I do have a duplex listing that is on the east side of Detroit. I want to use some numbers just to show you guys to make it a little bit more realistic for you. I have my mortgage calculator out. We're going to plug in the information using this duplex listing as an example. So the asking price is $110. You're going to type that in there. And then the down payment, assuming that the potential buyer would use an FHA loan or utilize the FHA loan, that is 5% of the purchase price, which is basically $5,500. The interest rate as of today on the 30-year mortgage is 7.17. I didn't ask a mortgage broker or a lender. I just went on Google and typed in what's today's interest rates, and that's what popped up. Moving over to, we're going to just skip over the additional principal, go to taxes, and keep this yearly. So on a few of the properties that I've helped buyers close on recently in Detroit, the taxes was around $3,600. Now keep in mind, it definitely depends on the area where you're purchasing your duplex. And then for the insurance, same, it just basically depends on the insurance company. Insurance is definitely going up. Okay, for this duplex, it'll probably be around $3,800. Again, I'm just basically going off past clients' experiences. That's clients that have purchased duplexes recently. And then for the PMI, which is private mortgage insurance, anytime a buyer utilizes a lender and they put down, I believe if it's under 20% or 15%, I think it depends on the lender. I could be wrong. I'm just going to go with 20%. Like if they were to put down less than 20%, the lender, you would have to pay private mortgage insurance, which basically it doesn't do anything for you. In fact, it's insurance for the lender. So you're paying just in case something goes wrong with the property. They'll still have insurance on their end. And this number is actually pretty small. Lately, I've been seeing 40 to 50. So I'm going to type in 50 and leave it at a month. And there's no other miscellaneous expenses right now because we're talking about house hacking. So let's see what pops up. And then just coming up here, it's a breakdown. So principal and interest, your monthly payment for the principal and interest is $707. Taxes is $300. Insurance is $317. And a PMI is $50. That will be your total monthly payment. All right, $1,374. Keep in mind, you'll be utilizing a FHA loan in a fixed rate. Your principal and interest will never change unless you refinance or something like that. That will never change. But taxes and insurance, that's a different story. As the property value increase, so will your home insurance, right? And then depending on your carrier, it seems like insurance, it goes up yearly anyway. So that $1,300 over time, it actually may raise. And this is something that every buyer should know. It doesn't just matter if you house hack. It does not matter. You buy a home with a mortgage and you have your insurance and taxes incorporated in that payment in escrow. Just know your monthly payment is subject to change annually. Why? Because you house hacked. Remember, your monthly payment will most likely start off around approximately $1,374. If you rent out the one unit, you'll have a tenant paying $1,000, which means your mortgage that you have to pay out of your pocket will only be $374. Wouldn't it be beautiful to be paying a mortgage of $374 because you're having someone else take care of your payment? And to put the icing on the cake, your property should be increasing in value year after year. Obviously, there's a lot of factors that go into it, which is maintenance, right? Making sure you keep up on your maintenance. External obsolescence could potentially be a downfall. It all depends. But in the perfect world, $374 monthly is all you have to pay. If you do that 5% down, so the property was, the asking price is $110. 5% of that is $5,500. And then your closing costs will probably be around like 4%, which is $4,400. And then you'll probably have, so the $550 is for the private home inspection, and for the appraisal, we're going to go with $650. So altogether, you would need a down payment of approximately, if my numbers are correct, approximately $11,100. That's it. That's it. And then you have your foot in the door of home ownership. It might not be your dream home, but it's a property, which means it's an asset. It will have the ability to make your financial situation much better and much easier for you to afford your dream home. Now, if you're just an investor and you're watching it, you know you'll put down your 20%, right? Let's do the math right now. $22,000 plus the closing cost will probably be around $4,400, and then your inspection, and then your appraisal. So you would need around $7,600 in order for you to be able to profit. Let's see, so one unit will probably rent out for $1,000, the other unit will probably rent out for $900. Now your monthly payment might actually be a little bit lower since you're putting down more money, not too low. So we're gonna say $1,250. Right? And let's say, for instance, you're probably going to pay the water. That's $150 a month. And then let's see what else you could potentially be. I don't know, maybe grass. You take care of the lawn. We can go with $80 a month. I'm trying to think what else expense you may have. So it's obviously the mortgage, the water, and then the grass. Boom. You would probably net profit $450, which is additional money in your pocket. All right, let me just show you guys the property and I can talk about the neighborhood. We know that the property values in Detroit, it has went up by, I think, 18% in 1 year. I'm talking about homeowners have gained so much equity in Detroit from 2023. It's insane. This is a duplex. It is located on the east side of Detroit in a revitalizing area, a revitalizing neighborhood. And when an area is being revitalized, that means there was probably a lot of external obsolescence that was going on. External obsolescence are outside factors that have the ability to negatively affect a property's value. And it's not just house hacking. You could do creative financing. You can go into a mortgage with a family member. I mean, there's just so many different ways that people are able to acquire property. It's just house hacking is my favorite. If you live in Detroit, or you know someone that lives in Detroit, in the Metro Detroit area, and they're looking to buy or sell, have them give me a call. I'll be more than happy to assist them. Anyway, you guys have a nice day. Bye now.